This week in Real Pirateball, documenting the 2010 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball season. And here's your host, Greg Mercer.
What's up, everybody? It's Mercer here with week number 9 of This Week in Real Pirateball. I'm going to New York City on Monday, and I have a plane to catch, so let's go ahead and get into it right now. This week's biggest story is that of Pine Richland High School grad and current Pittsburgh Pirate, Neil Walker. After a good first week, John Russell named him the full-time starter at second base, replacing the lifeless Akinori Iwamura. As of Sunday, Walker had a .359 batting average, a .980 OPS, and had 6 multi-hit games in his 10 starts. Sure, 2 weeks doesn't make the whole season, and he could easily fall off the face of the earth in the next 3 months, but it makes it easier to watch the team when one of the Pirates' higher-level prospects is doing well in the majors. This week, the Pirates traded AA relief pitcher Ronald Oviedo for Toronto Blue Jays starting pitcher Dana Eveland. Oviedo had a career .307 ERA and .112 WHIP in the minor leagues. He also had an 8.7 strikeouts per 9-inning ratio, which is pretty good for any pitcher. For whatever reason, Neil Huntington felt that Eveland's ground ball ratios would play well at PNC Park. Many fans defended this trade because they felt that trading a relief pitcher for a starter is always a good option, but I'm sorry, I have to disagree. In 6 Major League seasons spanning 321 innings with 4 different teams, Eveland has a career .566 ERA and .173 WHIP.
There is no Dana, only soul.
These numbers suggest that Eveland's a below-average career journeyman-type pitcher in the mold of Brian Burris. I really don't understand the Pirates' obsession with these type of players. Well, actually I do. They're cheap. This almost certainly spells the end for Zach Duke in Pittsburgh, as he hasn't been offered a contract yet. Eveland, who's a left-handed pitcher, will take Duke's spot in the rotation, and everything will return to normal after the July trading deadline.
Right? Wrong.
MLB first-year player draft is on Monday, so let's take a look at who the Pirates might be targeting. Many of the experts believe that the Pirates will select either Manny Machado or Jameson Taillon at pick number 2. Machado is a promising shortstop prospect who's compared with A-Rod in terms of raw ability. Taillon is a fireballing right-handed pitcher who possesses a high-velo fastball. Team president Frank Coonley stated in his last internet web chat on Tuesday that the Pirates are looking to take the best player available, and best player available at pick number 2. Sadly, the Pirates' determination of the best available player is generally marred by worries of paying high signing bonuses. I have my doubts that this year will be an exception. I personally expect the Pirates to play it safe again and take the polished Bulldog starter Drew Pomeranz from Mississippi or some other random person who's rated in the bottom half of the first-round class. This will give them the opportunity to pick higher overslot players in the subsequent rounds. I'd rather take someone like Machado or Taillon myself because when you have pick number 2, there's no reason to not take the player with the highest ceiling. It's time for another edition of What Minor League Player Got Hurt This Week?
それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。今日のテーマは子牛。
This time it's former Rule 5 pick Donnie Veal. This year, Veal had compiled a pedestrian .435 ERA in AAA. But it was discovered that early in the week, Veal had damaged his ulnar collateral ligament and that Tommy John surgery was recommended. The procedure was done by, who else? Dr. James Andrews.
Chosen by the same challenger again, and he said, hey, this is really tough. I am well acquainted with the members of her family, and because of that, it's an emotionally tough rematch.
Veal will be out 12 to 18 months, so by the time he's able to competitively pitch again, he'll be 28 years old. Most players peak around the age of 27, so I'm not really sure Donnie Veal is going to have much of a future with the Pirates.
Fukui-san.
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
The Iron Chef just broke his saw while cutting the meat, so he's gone back to the primitive approach using a cleaving knife.
All right, and ooh, yes, no Hacksaw Reynolds there in slow-mo.
Yeah, he's going to get kicked out of the Carpenters Union for that.
And that got him excited, too.
Let's revisit our old friend called Pythagorean win-loss percentage. If you'll recall, it's the formula which uses runs scored and runs allowed to determine a normalized win-loss record. As of Sunday, the Pirates had been outscored by a ridiculous amount of runs, 127 to be exact. That's almost the same amount as the entire 2009 season. Because of this, the Pirates' Pythag record stands at 15-40. Going into Sunday's game, the Pirates were 23-32, which means the team has been lucky to the tune of 8 games. In fact, the Pirates are far and away the luckiest team in baseball based on this metric. How is this happening?
It's no wonder they make Lucky Charms part of their complete breakfast.
It's mainly based on their unbelievably good record in one-run games. The Pirates are 12-5 in these affairs, which shows that the bullpen and starters have pretty much carried the team to a great number of wins this year. In general, most teams will win between 40 and 60% of their one-run contests every year, so don't be a bit surprised if the stats tend to even themselves out by the time September rolls around. Let's take a look at the abbreviated 2-game series with the Cubs at PNC Park. Tuesday, the Pirates won a 2-1 war of attrition. The Cubs led for most of the game, but Garrett Jones came through with his 6th homer of the year to tie the score in the 6th. In the bottom of the 8th, pinch hitter Bobby Crosby singled in the go-ahead run. Ross Ohlendorf pitched 7 strong innings, only allowing 5 base runners, and Octavio Dotel struck out 2 in the top of the 9th to earn his 11th save. On Wednesday, the Pirates improved to 7-1 against the Cubs this year with a 3-2 victory. In the 3rd inning, Lastings Milledge made a terrible mistake which cost the Pirates a run. He hit a gap shot and tried to advance to third base while pitcher Jeff Karstens rounded the bases and headed for home. Milledge was thrown out at third for the 3rd out, a big no-no in the world of base running. Karstens didn't score before Milledge was ruled out, so the run didn't count. I've seen more than enough mistakes from Lastings Milledge this year. If Neil Huntington is listening, I'd like to personally beg for him to bring up Jose Tabata at this point. Luckily for the Pirates, this mistake didn't cost them. Garrett Jones hit his 2nd home run in as many nights, and Neil Walker came through with the go-ahead 2-run home run at the bottom of the 8th to seal the win. Of course, Walker was treated to a ceremonial shaving cream pie in the face after the game. The San Francisco Giants came to town for a 3-game series. On Friday, the Pirates had a 4-0 lead after 2 innings, but they ended up losing 6-4. Zach Duke gave up 3 home runs over 6 innings to take the loss. The Pirates' offense didn't help as they reverted to hibernation status by getting 1 hit after the 2nd inning. On Saturday, the Pirates jumped all over Todd Wellemeyer and won 6-3. Paul Mahone pitched well over 6 in the 3rd innings, only allowing 6 base runners and 2 earned runs. McCutchen, Walker, and Domet were the top 3 in the order and went 8 for 11 with 2 home runs, 3 doubles, and a triple. I bet we see that lineup again from John Russell over the next couple of days. Octavio Dotel loaded the bases in the 9th inning, but Lastings Milledge made a game-saving catch to end it. Sunday's rubber match was a back-and-forth struggle which really got exciting in the late innings. The Giants had a 5-3 lead in the 9th inning when Delwyn Young hit a 2-run home run with 2 strikes and 2 outs to tie the game. Octavio Dotel wasn't able to keep the Giants off the scoreboard in the 10th inning, and Jeff Clement struck out to end the game. Now it's time for my Bet Against the Pirates update for Week 9. The arrival of Neil Walker has caused the reversal of my huge profit from last week. The Pirates went 3-2 this week, and I went 2-3 on my bets. All of my bets were on the money line. The Pirates are playing way too many close games right now for me to bet the runs. I lost $32.86 this week, which lowered my total profit to only $29.24. The Pirates all decided to grow mustaches this week, and it's paid off for them in wins. I'm hoping if I use this mustache for a little while, it'll help me gain some of my profit back. There's still well over 100 games to go, and the Pirates are still on course to lose about 95 games. I still think I'll make money by the end of the year. What do I think about the Pirates this week? It's good to see that the Pirates are finally giving up on some of the personnel choices they made to start the year, and it's worked out for them this week. They're still floundering in the mire of the NL Central as the Reds and Cardinals continue to play well. There's some interesting questions to be answered this week. Who will the Pirates take in this year's draft? Will this be the week that the Pirates finally decide to bring up more of their top prospects? How will the Pirates do against rookie phenom Steven Strasburg in his first Major League start? We'll find out the answers as the Pirates have a full set of games this week. The makeup of the rainout against the Cubs, a 3-game series in our nation's capital, and the first 3 interleague games of the year versus the Tigers. Well, that about does it for this week. Make sure you check back next week as I come back from New York and present another edition of This Week in Real Pirateball. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.